Well, hello and welcome to this video series. I am Jennifer Campbell, your online systemic leadership mentor. And in this short video series, I want to share with you a systemic and strategic approach to diversity that you can leverage to shape diversity beyond the numbers game, create an inclusive work culture, and enhance your organization's performance. Hello, Jennifer Campbell here, your online systemic leadership mentor. During today's 5-minute The Power of Strategic Diversity video, I want to talk to you about what it takes to find pockets of emerging intelligence in your organization that really help you tackle challenges and shape innovation. And I want to invite you to look at the relationship between how you deal with diversity and how you solve problems and how you lead change. And this is something I learned from Chip and Dan Heath as they describe this in their book, Switch, How to Change When Change is Hard. And if you're like most people, you probably have a challenge or multiple challenges that you're trying to overcome. So if you want change to happen, someone has to decide something and start acting differently. It can be you or your team or your peers, but if people don't start behaving in a different way, there is no change. So maybe you're trying to lead a team that's underperforming, or you're not communicating with your direct reports as effectively as you'd like. Now, the thing that we tend to focus on is our problems and not on what's working elsewhere within an organization. So for example, in a family, if a child comes home with a report card and they show it to you and it looks something like this: reading B, math B, science F, English A, art B. Now, did you stay with the F or did you look at the A or the B's? Now, there's no correct answer, but the majority of parents sadly would focus on the F and not what's already working in terms of the 1A or the 4 B's. So what if instead you identified the child's bright spot, the A, and tried to emulate that in science? And while it would be really easy to argue that the reason for their performance in English is because of their natural talent, or maybe the reason is less obvious, like the class didn't challenge them enough, or they really loved the teacher, or they liked their teaching style, unlike in science where they had a friend who tutored them. So if all we do is put out fire, we can experience decision fatigue, analysis paralysis, and remain really inactive in changing our behaviors in the long run. The problem with problem solving, the reductionist way, is that our lens is not wide enough to approach our problems in a different way. So the approach doesn't really hold different ways of looking at a situation, and this prevents us from leveraging what actually else is out there. So if you were to identify the bright spots, the successful efforts that are really worth emulating, and apply what you learn in these areas to the other areas that you feel weaken in your organization, often results improve. And so if we turn to the previous examples, when your team is not performing well, or then modeling what the high performers are doing and then teaching it to your team can help increase the overperformance of your team. If you are not communicating effectively with your direct reports, then where did you maybe communicate less from a place of understanding and patience and thoughtfulness that you've done in the past and that changed recently? Now, in the end, being strategic about diversity in change situations is an invitation not to only solve problems to focus on where you are performing worst, but it's not about looking who or what did something wrong. It's about focusing on the diversity that is showing better performance and spreading that across the different areas in your organization so that it can benefit from it. Now, if you enjoyed this video and if you'd like to hear more in the Power of Strategic Diversity video series, then you can subscribe to my YouTube channel and get notified when future videos become available. On my website, jennifercampbell.com, I present programs and services that you can use and co-create to co-create transformation in your organization and your teams. Now, until the next video, please remember our company motto: let's build strong, living human systems, one system at a time. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.